A little different POV today. I'm not supposed to be driving, but I got stuff I gotta take care of. Sorry, but I got a surprise for y'all today. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. Check that out. What does that look like? And what's that back there? Huh? All right, boys, welcome back to the first official build series of my Fireblade that I so sadly blew up again. This is the second time I've blown it up. Today we are headed over to Stage 3 Motorworks to bring all the parts for the Triple R to Teddy. As y'all can see in the back right now, I got 2 boxes and mostly fairings. Towed the bike. The bike was I just had pretty much just the frame. Then I had the engine in a box, and I dropped that off yesterday. Today, I got the head and everything else so we can do a full diagnosis on what exactly went wrong. I already know what went wrong, but what exactly went wrong, and we'll go from there. And if you boys are wondering, I am filming on the brand new DJI Action Pro 5. Shout out to DJI. This could have been better timing. As y'all can see, I got the mini mic right here on my chest as well. They sent me this camera as soon as I went down because my other camera got trashed, but it still works. I'm gonna do a full moto vlog setup for the DJI Action 5, the new Action 5. Since this is the new mini mic, this should work for a lot better than the mic 2 that I was using, because this one's way smaller. So that's really why I didn't do a setup video on the Action 4, is because my setup really wouldn't work for a lot of you guys because the mic was a little bigger. And if you have a fat face or a big nose, that setup really wouldn't work with you. But this setup with this mini mic is gonna work perfect. And once I get back to riding and I'm all healed up, I'll make sure to drop that video for you boys as soon as I can. But as of right now, I want to show you boys, pretty much it's just the headers and everything else I didn't pick up yesterday. That's the head right there, and then some more fairings. And I'm pretty sure these are just fairings. Yep, these are just fairings. But I also wanted to show you boys this. Infamous Culture hooked me up with these brand new Supertechs. Check these out. Boys, all white. It doesn't really get better than that, bro. A whole bunch of people that love those Dainese all whites. Alpinestar has basically just shut them up, and these are beautiful. If you boys want to go copy a pair, Infamous Culture has the lowest prices out of everywhere for these actually right now. If y'all want to use code WILLKIDDHILL at checkout at infamousculture.com, you'll also get $30 off your order as well. But those are dope. I can't wait to get back to riding. I'm not supposed to be driving, by the way, but because I got my follow-up CT scan actually, what's today, Thursday? Tomorrow, which is Friday. And but I kind of have to, because if I don't keep moving, I'm gonna go broke. So I have to keep moving. Sorry, doc. I feel 100% fine though, but I gotta keep moving. But yeah, I'll let you boys know how that CT scan goes, which I imagine it's gonna go perfectly fine, because I feel totally fine. So we'll see. All right, boys, check it. ZX10RR, as y'all can see, beautifully set up too. This one probably my second favorite bike that he has so far, because I'm gonna show y'all my favorite bike he has in a minute. Those are all the goodies, obviously. Aero slip-on, stainless steel OEM factory headers. These are the BT Moto stacks. And then Teddy was just looking at the head, and everything looked good with the valves. So that's a blessing that nothing went wrong there. And then obviously here's the airbox with the Sprint filter. And then we go over here. This is his favorite bike, or my favorite bike that he has now. This is the new 25, y'all can't tell from the front because the fairings aren't on it. But this is the brand new 2025 that he has. It's everything else right now is actually at Panda. So he's getting stacks fitted and the airbox. And he's looking at putting Acura headers with the Acura carbon slip-on on it as well. This is gonna be beautiful. Then there's the baby, old pride and joy. And on the way here, I guess the air intake ripped toning on the way here yesterday, sadly. But I think I saw this piece available in carbon, so that's okay. I got a whole bunch of carbon at the house waiting to put on this bike anyways. But here are the pistons right here. This one looks good, no? And then...
melted?
Yeah. And then...
basically, it just melted the fucking piston.
Straight
melted.
I mean, y'all saw the video in AZ. We were on it for a minute. Basically, the O-rings just got melted. And
so once the ring just started to collapse, right? There's no more. It doesn't fit inside the jug anymore. So it's just doing this, slapping around, and that's why this right here. I didn't even look at the jug. So here, it's slapping there.
Slapping inside.
That one slapping.
As well.
That was the one that was slapping the hardest.
Now, what could cause that to happen?
Too much timing. Too much timing in the tuning. You know, because you were losing compression in all four anyway, but this was the one that really just collapsed.
Took it down. But that's the one that blew the first time as well.
Yeah. So, you know, for the same cylinder to basically do the same exact thing, right? Like, and you haven't changed anything on the bike, like at all, right? Mm-hmm. So, just too much timing. You know, if you're running too much timing in there, like the rings just over time just start to collapse, bro. Once they collapse, you start to lose your compression slowly, right? But in extreme cases like this, when the ring just lets go, you know, and it's sitting in there, now it's not sealed like it's supposed to be, right? So you're supposed to have these rings are supposed to seal it right up in there. And basically, once that starts to let go, it'll just fucking do this while it's in there, you know, and it'll start to egg out the walls, which is what it did here. Yeah, that's what I heard in your video when I was like, yo, it sounded like first I thought a valve dropped because I was like, yeah, it's definitely down a cylinder. Yeah. You could hear it in the video. I was like, yeah, one cylinder just went. You know, I originally thought that you dropped the valve. Yeah, it sucks, you know.
But we got a full rebuild coming. But I'm gonna film the whole process for you boys so y'all can see as well.
Yeah, we'll get it right, man. Get this bike running right.
So that's everything.
A dyno tune is always gonna be better than a flash anyway. You know what I mean? Like ultimately, if you have a real competent dyno tuner, you know, it's always gonna be better than flashing. You know, tell people that only flash it if you can't have access to a tuner or the tuners in your area just not good.
We'll get everything cooking for you boys and get stuff going to bring this baby back on the street. All right, boys, I just left stage 3 Motorworks with Teddy. Had a good little chat. Right now, I'm gonna put y'all on something right quick. When I was back in college, like when I was like dumb, like real broke, when I was making like $200 a week, Taco Cabana.
Taco Cabana, how can I help you?
Yeah, can I get a dozen flour tortillas?
A dozen flour tortillas, of course. Would you like anything else with that?
And then a 16 ounce of refried beans and cheese. That'd be it.
All right. You hold me $10.59.
Thank you. You hear that, boys? That's $10. They actually tax. They tax now because they caught on to me. But back in college, it used to be $7.42. Beans and cheese. That's all I need. Perfect, and they're delicious. I don't know y'all know Taco Cabana's tortillas are like pristine. I eat about probably eight or 9 of them before I actually get full. Man, they're so good. They're delicious. So with the motor in the video, obviously Teddy was telling y'all, basically the O-rings on the pistons just got fried. They got melted. And what causes that is, from what Teddy is telling me, this is the second time. Actually, this is the second time for me that I've had a similar issue with the O-rings getting melted on the pistons. It's an ignition timing issue. And so that basically, all that comes from is the tuning. Now, I'm not blaming BT Moto, but obviously this is the second time I've had that issue on a BT Moto tune. And I also have a friend who's on the same stage 2 BT Moto tune as me. His Fireblade has the same exact issue. His pistons look the exact same way. Now, I'm not saying anything, but obviously there's an issue there. I'm not pointing fingers, and so the valves looks good, the head looks good, and the valves look good, so there's nothing that we got to change on that. The guy at Panda, once me and Teddy go over there to Panda Motorworks, or the Panda Tuning, he's going to take another diagnosis look at it, make sure the rods are all good too as well. And then, so if everything's good, all we got to do is order 4 new pistons, O-rings, all that good stuff. and then a jug or a cylinder case. Pretty much it. It should be a simple rebuild. Oh, and a head gasket, because the head gasket from Honda right now is on back order, which sucks. So we're just gonna, since the motor's already out, might as well just throw a thinner head gasket on there. Get a little more compression. I don't really care. Once I get that bike back, it's gonna sit. I'm still gonna ride the hell out of it, but it's mostly gonna be for wheelies and roll races, and that's about it. Hit around that bike, probably not so much. Probably not gonna happen anymore. Just because I put way too much money into that bike just for it to blow up again. So this will be the third motor now. So as far as other questions, a lot of y'all have been asking about the wreck and my bleeding. No, they didn't put me in a medically induced coma. They put me on morphine for a day, and then I didn't want any more pain meds after that because I hate pain meds. I rather just, and I wasn't in a lot of pain. Like my head didn't hurt. The only thing that hurt was my hip. So I told them just take me off that. So the first day I was on morphine. The 2 days after that I was on this other pain medicine or something. But I hated that too because it made me nauseous. So got off the pain meds, just took it, came home. But I was asleep like the whole time in the hospital. So it felt like one day, but I was actually in there for 3 days. And a lot of y'all are asking me about Jixer, like. I understand y'all's point of view with Jixer, because like y'all are saying, are you friends with him because he's so inconsiderate? Like I understand your standpoint, yes, and I don't think he saw me have a seizure. If I'm being honest, I think he was too busy getting Rafa and Dylan's bike out of the way. So I don't think he saw the seizure. If he would have saw me having a seizure, then yeah, I don't think he would have been laughing the whole time. All he saw was me hit the floor. And then he went to go pull Rafa and somebody else's bike off the side of the road. And then he came up to me back when I was just coming to, and I was like, what happened? So I don't think what he did was wrong. Just from his point of view, like y'all gotta understand that stuff we put on the internet is what we want y'all to see. A lot of it's edited very heavily, so you don't see everything. So his point of view, he saw me come down, bam, hit my head, knock myself out. He pulled off, was like, oh, everybody's surrounding him. He doesn't want to come make more space around me. It's just more of a cluster. He went to go pull Ralph's bike and someone else's bike around the road. Then he came up to me. This is after they got my helmet off, and he saw that I was like, oh, what happened? I could see how it looks bad, yes, but y'all gotta understand, Jixer is a very comedic guy. He reminds me of Goofy. Like they're the exact same person. He's always just joking around. Like he's always just having fun, joking around, and just having a good time. That's just the way he is. So I mean, I don't see him as a dickhead. I see him as a friend. We're cool. I've always been cool with him. I have nothing against the bruh. But he also invited me out to Dallas to ride one of his bikes and learn how to properly use rear brake, which I'll take him on. I don't see why not go learn how to properly use rear brake. But yeah, so once I get healed up, I'm definitely down to go out there and ride with him and get everything situated. But other than that, boys, I really appreciate the support y'all been giving me. It's been a lot. A lot of y'all seem to like the cars or talking to y'all more, which I don't mind doing at all. I actually enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. Yeah, as for now, I'm gonna head home, edit this video, and eat these 12 tacos, shove them down my throat. So another thing, boys, I appreciate all the support, especially recently after this crash. Y'all have shown a lot of love to me, so can't say thank you enough. If it's one thing that I've learned over these past 6 months of just failing over and over again, I can say, don't ever be ashamed of anything you ever done. Face it, fix it, and make it better. That's all I can tell you, boys. But other than that, I appreciate you boys tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.